This is from Biafra's Got Talent. We are letting Biafrans know the reason why we should remember those who gave their lives for us, those who died that we may live.
You died to end my suffering. You died fighting for my freedom. Your blood is the seed of redemption. You are my inspiration.
The deed no longer them, military shots at them. 67 to 70, we remember them. 2016, 38 May, memory still lives in our mind till today. Wonder why they refuse to publicize the genocide. The world media turn blind eyes to our plight. It's time to arise, land of the rising sun. Let's rise one more time, let's rise.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes, those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Ipocha massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Tell them I can't tell me. Remember when me tell you say I can't tell me. Yeah, I remember that one that called us a Bruce Mero. But the way you go like a Papa Nuku. But then when we go Niro, me tell you what I look pandi, what pandi Samiro, me tell you what I day. For we get from the rest of man, I tell you what I am. Me never give up, me tell them
I want to promise you something today. We must fight together, no retreat and no surrender. We must hold them down till the end of time. The most important thing is that we will restore Biafra. May your soul rest in peace.
And I look up to the sky with tears in my eye. For other Biafrans and for freedom had to die. We will never forget you as the days go by. You are always in my heart, we'll never be apart. They fought for our freedom, they died for our freedom. They fought the Nigerian soldiers in the war front, without food, without guns, for our freedom, for our life, for our own good, for our children. We love them, our heroes, we want them.
My heart bleeds when I saw them slain. Where will I be now if not then? They will remain indelible in my heart forever, 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 and ever, and ever, and ever.
We serve in your plantation, and the way you paid us back with your bloody starvation. We play in our history that the death of my people is a mystery. No going back to get to a victory. I had a voice now call for vengeance. I never get bombed, I'ma blow like a vengeance.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes, those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Ipocha massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Where will I be now? If not you, you died at Mali.
Yeah, we are starved to death because of our freedom, and they paid the debt for our freedom. Flag high for those that died in the genocide, fighting for you and I. There is pain in the heart, we bleeding inside, tears in the eyes, so I'm falling here.
This is for my fallen heroes. Give them a motivation, people. It's like I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Cause to be a cast, I need to be a nurse. If we did not retire,
They paid the ultimate price. Yeah. They died for the freedom of my unborn child. Yeah. We live for the legacy.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. in the air. Never be afraid. March on, cause we are more than conquerors. Yeah, you know what it is. We must revenge, and we must stand to represent who we are.
Akara m ihe mbe na-eme mbe si ma chọrọ ofu ukwu ehi ma nke ọzọ mụ atụrụ ihe niile ma ụkwụ ya ma aka ya ma isi ya ma olu ya anyị ga-adọbiri wee pụọ na nke onwe anyị tighata azụ etu anyị nọ tupu ndị ọcha wee bịa ebe a nwa aha obodo ebe a nwe ndị mmadụ n'ime tupu nwa bekee si ebe o si hapụ obodo ya ọ bịa ebe a ọkpọrọ onye nke ọkpọrọ okeke ọkpọrọ okafọ dakata anyị isi ọ sị n'ụbọchị nke taa na anya aha anyị wuzi Naijiria anyị na-aza aha na-enweghị omimi n'ime ya ihe ngwa gị gbasị biko kọwara m ihe Naijiria pụtara ewepụghị kọwara m ọmụa ga-aza aha osimiri ka osimiri ga-aza aha mụnwa n'ihi ihe anyị na-ekwuwu na ebe arụgidere ụlọ a na ọ jọgburu onwe ya ọ dịghị mma Naijiria agaghị emekọtanwu ihe ọzọ ihe ọjọọ emego n'obodo a arụ emego egbugo ndị be anyị aka na-egbukwa anyị ndị Fulani wechere na mabata be anyị ka na-egbukwa ndị be anyị ruo ụtụtụ echi a na-asị m na ọ ga-adị mma oge ọ na-ekwu ka nwee mmekọrịta bụ nke ndị nọkọ nke ndị ụmụnne ha egosighị anyị ọtụtụ mgbe ha kpọrọ anyị asị onye ajụrụ ajụ na-ajụ onwe ya ha jụrụ anyị aja ama njụ onwe anyị agbanyeghị na anyị nwe ngwa ahịa n'ugwu Awụsa agbanyeghị na anyị na-azụ ahịa ebe niile dị iche iche na-eme nke ọma kama onye ghara ndụ kpakụ onye ire rie n'ihe ọ Ndụbụisi ka anyị na-ekwu okwu ya ka anyị cheghata azụ ebe a ruo obodo anyị ka o wee maa mma wee karịa obodo ndị ọcha na mma ọhịa anyị na-arịọ nwekwe na ugwu nwee nkwanye ugwu n'ime onwe anyị ọnwa anyị pụọ n'iro a na-etigbu anyị pụọ n'iro ekwu okwu asị ọ bụ gịnị ma anyị ji wee ekwu okwu ọnwụ ihe ndị a ka anyị sị na anyị agaghị anabatakwa ya ọzọ
akụkọ akọrọ anyị bụ na ọkụkọ na ewu agaghị nzukọ ụmụ anụmanụ a na-emezi mgbe ọbụla a chọrọ ịchụ aja ejiri ọkụkọ maọbụ nwụchụ aja mgbe ọbụla a chọrọ ime ka Naijiria dị n'otu enwe ha na-eto esi wee kpam akpụrụ ndị Igbo ọ pụtara na anyị bụ ọkụkọ maọbụ ka ọ pụtara na anyị agaghị nzukọ mere ya bụ ihe eji eme anyị bụ ndị Igbo ụdị na ọbara ndị Igbo awụkpafu n'obodo Naijiria gaja
ọ bụ site na akpamasị ihe na-eme anyị dịka ihe mere ndị ji oge mgbe gara aga etu akụkọ mba niile dị iche iche ji kpọọ ụmụ Izrel asị a na-egbu ha afọ niile aka na-egbu ha o wee ruo oge ugbu anyị asị na ogbugbu a na-egbu anyị na ọ dịghị anyị mma ọ ka mma na onwe ihe ekegbuo anyị wu nwere onwe njem a nke anyị na-aga kama na na-esi etete n'ụtụtụ asị na onwe onye gburu ebe a onwe ha na-ekwu okwu o doo na nyere onwe onye n'aka ụkọchukwu n'ugwu Awụsa ebepụ isi ọnwụghị ofu ugboro ọnwụghị ugboro abụọ ọnwụghị ugboro atọ ọnwụghị ugboro anọ ọ bụ ruo ole mgbe ka a ga-egbugide anyị wee rue anyị asị mba na anyị ga-aga ka anyị nwee ike wee nwere onwe anyị ọ ka mma na anyị nwụrụ ebe anyị na-azọ nwere onwe tụbụ na anyị nọ n'ụlọ etu a mmadụ bụ mabata n'ime ụlọ mbịa bupụ m isi a sị na-achọghị ụdị nka ọ bụghị anyị maka a ga-eji wee chụọ àjà ọzọ
onye si na ya ga-ata anyị ahụhụ ma ọ bụ na anyị fere arụsị anyị wee na-efe arụsị mgbe were iwe gị na ọmụma gị wee bịa leta anyị ụmụ anyị wee na-anwụsị ụfọdụ nọ n'ụzọ ije ha anaghị alọta ụlọ ọzọ nne na nna wee na-ata ahụhụ wee na-ata ikikere eze nwaanyị konye ka ọ gaa ubi ga arụ ọrụ Fulani chiri ehi bata ebe ala gị n'iyi okwu ebepụ ya isi anyị pụta anyị kpọpụ onye nwe anyị n'ugwu Awụsa ahụ ejide anyị wee gbuo ihe ọ bụ anyị mara aka n'ime ha si maka ha aga n'ihu elekwa ọdụ ụgbọ mmiri n'igwe ọcha bụ ememiri ọya nke dị na Kalaba otu aka ahụ anyị na-ala nsọ ebe Biafra bụ ndị kọstọm sokwenye anyị n'etiti anyị anọghị n'ime mmiri kama kọstọm jiri ebe niile ha wee na-ata anyị ahụhụ anyị kwuo sịpụta anyị ka kpọchie anyị kwuo ekwa sịpụta anyị ka gbagbuo anyị onye nwe anyị na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe ọ bụ ụzọ dị anya ka isi na-ekwu ndị iro anyị n'anya wee karịa ndị nke gị akwa anyị bụ ụmụ Chineke akwa ọba aha anyị ka anyị na-aza akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza ike Chukwu akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza amara Chineke akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chisom akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chizọba nna nke dị nsọ onye ime eluigwe dịka otu onye iro dị na anyị bụ ụmụ gị bịa ka iwe zọpụta anyị bịa ka iwe napụta anyị n'aka ọjọọ ihe bịa ka iwe lụọrọ anyị ọgụ bịa ka iwe dịtụ ozu Ogogowa memilera Goliath. Chineke na nke igwe ruo memila Fero. Site otu a mee ka Fero gọguzo n'ihu ụmụ ndị anyị ga-ebite onwe ta akọkọ ikiri ọtọ ọsọ. Ị ga na-edu anyị n'ụzọ niile nke ezi omume. Ọ bụla adịghị na anyị na-aga ndagwurugwu onyinye ọnwụ. Ọ bụ nwa bụ ekele n'igwe n'ụwa, onye ọbụla kere gị n'oge mmalite n'oge ọgwụgwụ. Kama anyị onwe anyị gwa amakwa ahụ ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ n'ezie. Kama ma akpọ n'okwu gị na-anọgide ego mgbe ebighị ebi. Ọ bụ ya mere anyị ji were gị n'anya isi. Anyị wee na-asị nna nke dị nsọ. Bịa ka iwe gosi anyị Biafra na ndụ na-abụghị n'ọnwụ. Bịa ka iwe mee ka ebe gị na amara gị wee kpuchiri anyị ka uwe. Bịa ka iwe zọpụta ndị nke gị. Bịa ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa. Ka anyị na-ewetụta na nsọpụrụ na ịja mma site n'aha gị onye bụ Chukwu nke abịa ma.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us on this very evening section. I appreciate everyone that has connected. Wherever you are connecting from, please like and share the program as you join us. As you join us, like and share, invite somebody to join us. We are going to run with it as fast as we can. We came a little bit late, but we will try as much as possible to take the message out. So wherever you are watching us from, please like the program, share it on your own platform. Share it to family and friends. Don't just watch. As you are watching, you are sharing, you are inviting someone, because this is a very critical time. Remember, in our platform, we don't come to push propaganda. We don't come for blackmail. We are not here for any form of lies or deceit. What we do in this program is to say things the way they are. The truth and nothing but the truth. That is what we do. What we do in this platform is to say exactly what is going on, to bring updates, and also to present Biafra as the only remedy to the failed state Nigeria. We will say it over and over and over and over again until the world understands that the only solution to the failed state called Nigeria today is Biafra. There is no two ways about it. You cannot pretend about it. You cannot wish it away. This is something that must take place. If the world genuinely want to restore peace in the contraption called Nigeria, this is the time. This is the time. If they want to restore peace, if they care about humanity, we are presenting it to the whole world, the right thing to do. There is nothing else you can do except following the right procedures. The only thing that is going to save humanity in the contraption called Nigeria is Biafra. We will say it over and over and over again. It does not matter the number of troops you put on the ground. It does not matter the attack. It does not matter what you do and how you do it. What matters is that the only solution to the failed state called Nigeria is Biafra. And we are not saying it to denigrate anybody or to talk down on people. We are saying it because it is the only solution. And because it is the only solution, you cannot wish it away, you can't run away from it. The only thing that you need to do is to embrace it if you care about humanity. We cannot say this enough. We can't say it enough. It is a solution that is very clear, tried and tested in so many other nations, and it works. So the more you continue to pretend and postpone the freedom of Biafra, the more you are pretending, postponing the due day. the doomsday, because the doomsday is going to come. Today is another terrible day. Every one of us have seen what Seibo, the governor of Anambra State, is doing. What happens today in Anambra State is a vindication of our Prime Minister Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the vindication of the Biafra people. For a very have blackmailed us, they have lied against us, they have said so many wrong things about us. They have continued to conduct their false flag operation at any given time and opportunity. And all the time they do that, the world is silent. But today, the truth is out with what Seibo is doing in Anambra State today. Every one of us know that the seat at home, we have been shouting, we have been thinking that sit at home is a decision of the people. It was never Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that imposed it on anybody. It wasn't even Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that introduced it. The person that introduced it, the people that introduced it was the Department of Sabotua. They introduced it and the Biafrans adhered to it, they worked towards it, and it was working. But because they do not want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be free, they thought that the Biafrans will oppose it. They didn't know that the Biafrans will accept it. So when they realized that the Biafrans actually accepted it, they stopped it. And the Biafrans refused to stop. The Biafran people said they are not going to stop. They say they are going to fight it until the last. So it is so sad that they blackmailed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with this at home. They called him different kinds of names. They blackmailed him. They went ahead to go to Finland and lie against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the Finnish authority believed them. And because of that, they came after Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to destroy his reputation. And Nnamdi Kanu today is being in detention for almost 2 years. And that sit at home continues. The sit at home, which they claim that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu imposed, continue until yesterday. The criminal in Anambra State that have been employed by the caliphate to destroy the cause of Biafra, that criminal yesterday took it upon himself to come and threaten all the Igbo people that are trading in Anambra State, threaten them, and said he is going to demolish their market if they do not come out to trade. That is going to lock the market for 10 days if they come out to trade. This is unheard of. This is unheard of. These people are private citizens doing their private business. The Onitsha market is owned by individuals. It is not owned by the government. They build their market. They pay their tax to the government. They are not owing. Nobody went to the government and complained that they are owing rental. But Seibo went and provoked innocent citizens of Anambra State that were doing their genuine business. Innocent people who were not fighting anybody. They were not attacking anybody. They were not engaging in any form of disorderliness. And Seibo went and provoked the people. And as we speak, mass protest is going on in Anambra State. Anambra State have been relatively peaceful. When we say that Nigerian government is responsible for the insecurity in Biafra land. Some of you don't believe it. When we say that Nigerian government is responsible for the insecurity in Biafra land, you don't believe it. But today, I believe you have seen it. Today, I believe you understand it now. You now know it properly. What Soludo Abiseibo did, what he did clearly showed that the government intentionally destabilized the Southeast. When there is peace, they are not comfortable. They only like a period of time when there are trouble. And they just went and created problem. Begin to attack people, innocent people that are doing their genuine business. They attack them. And as we speak, just like they did in the past, Igbo have invited the military to invade Biafra land. Invited the military to invade Biafra land as they have always done. So as we speak, the invasion of Biafra land is ongoing. The entire Biafra land is invaded. That is how it starts. From main market, it is going to spill to other areas. You would think it's only main market. It is not only main market. It is going to spill out to other areas, to other markets. And before you know it, you begin to hear about the loss of life. I hope that the international community is watching. I hope that the United Nations is watching. I hope that the United Nations is observing what Seibo is doing in Anambra State. Because the Biafrans are going to respond. And when Biafrans respond, don't blame anybody. Do not blame anybody. Already yesterday, Seibo, in the quest to destroy the name of the IPOB, in the quest to destroy the Biafra, because the assignment that was given to Seibo is to make sure he destroys the reputation of Biafra. They want to paint us dark. That is the major assignment. Paint them black. Remove the sympathy they are having from international community. Make sure they do not have sympathy from international. Paint them black. That is what Seibo is doing. He has done it by telling the world that we are also conducting Christian genocide. That it is not the Fulanese. Seibo, the only thing he has been doing all the time is to vindicate the Fulani. He's always very, very committed in vindicating the Fulanis in everything. Whatever you say, whatever happens, he will always tell you that the Fulanis are not the problem. He will always say that the Fulanis are not the problem. He will always claim that the Fulanis are not the problem. Over and over again. Every time he has done that. And he remember he went to the United States and told them in the United States that all the kidnapping happening in Igbo land, that it is we that are committing those kidnapping. This is what we saw. So Seibo have continued on that very trajectory to make sure he paints us evil. That is the assignment. Demonize them. Give them bad name. As their governor, the world will listen to you. That was why Buhari brought him into the picture. And today you can see him doing exactly that job for which he was brought. But I tell you, my fellow Biafrans, every one of us must be at alert. Every one of us must be at alert. Do not be deterred. No matter what happens, never give up. Never give up. We must continue as much as we can to continue to speak up, to continue to do what we have to do. We must continue to fight for our freedom. Don't you ever give up. No matter the picture they are going to paint, no matter the lies they're going to tell, wherever you are as a Biafran, continue to be strong, continue to be steadfast, continue to be focused. Our brothers and sisters in Biafra land have made up their mind and they have taken their stand. And the mass process is going on in Anambra State. The whole world is watching. Don't fear anything. Guide yourself as much as you can. The protest is your right. For a long time, this is why we decided to choose peaceful sit at home. You don't disturb anybody. Stay in your home. Just sit in your home. How is that a problem to Soludo? How is that a problem to Soludo and his government? You can see what he has done. Every one of us know that the main market is the biggest market in West Africa. The business that you have, there is nothing else working in Anambra State except business. Everybody in Anambra State is a businessman. Everybody, including those that go to offices. So many of them have shops where they are selling one thing or the other. Everybody in Anambra State, including government workers, they are all businessmen and women. They have one shop or the other where they are selling their items. So this is an attack against Anambra people. What you are seeing is a massive attack against Anambra people, and Anambra must respond. Anambra must respond. There must be a response to this very madness. Because if he do not respond, he is going to continue in his madness. If he don't respond, he is going to be continuing. Every one of us should focus. No matter what you see, the challenges will always come. These people that call themselves politicians are not there for you. They are not there for me. These are people who were bought. They were bought and they were put there by the caliphate. The only mission that they have is to make sure they create confusion among us. They create chaos. They destroy our businesses. But I want to tell you all that the time is close wherever you are. The time is very close. Don't you ever give up. We must not allow them to get away with these atrocities. We must not allow the enemies to get away with these atrocities they are committing against us. Wherever you are as a Biafran, it is high time we fight this battle and win it for good. It is high time we fight this battle and win it for good. This is not the time for blackmail and propaganda. This is a critical moment. And remember what I always tell you on this platform, that all things work for good to them that love Chukwu. Everything that is happening today is going to work for our own good. So don't be scared, don't be afraid. Whatever Soludo is doing today is going to turn out to work for our own good. He thought he is dealing with us. But I bet you Soludo will learn his lesson and he's going to learn it the very hard way. He is going to learn it in a very hard way. All these atrocities they are committing against Biafrans, right, left, and center, all their manipulations, they are going to learn the hard way, a very hard way. The mass protest that is going on in Anambra State now is unstoppable. And I bet you Soludo has just touched the tail of the tiger. And he has to be ready to face the consequence of this nonsense that he's just doing. He has to be ready to face the consequence. Because the consequence is going to be heavy and huge. It's going to be heavy. So my people of Biafra, wherever you are, be strong. Just stay safe and be careful what you do, where you go, at every given point in time. Just be very careful. This is part of the battle that we have to fight to get to our freedom. Don't be afraid, don't be scared. No matter how bad it is going to be okay. I urge you all to please stay strong and focused. Those of us who are in Biafra land and fighting this cause. Please stay strong. Chukwu Kabiam will protect every one of you. We will not lose any soul by the grace of Chukwu Kabiam. Now let us go and see the update that is in the media and see what the media are reporting. Because they will always report. And most of the time, they will report against us. But whatever they report, we will go and check it out and hear and see what the media is saying. Whatever they say, we will come back here and we will talk about it. So because we know these are a bunch of criminals with their own criminal intent. So we cannot overlook all those their madness. As they continue to display their madness, we will continue to expose them. We will never allow their madness to affect us or make us lose our concentration. So we are going to look into their studios and see what they are saying and what is happening. Because it is the right of the people to demonstrate. It is the right of the people to either come to work or not. It is the right of the people to open their shop or not. This is private business. It is not a government business. That is why they have that right. So let us listen and hear what they have to say.
Territory Administration, supported by the Nigeria Labour Congress on Monday, picketed the National Industrial Court in Abuja as their total and indefinite strike entered a new phase over unresolved labour disputes. The protest followed a directive by the NLC backing the industrial action. The workers also used the protest to openly demand the removal of the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, carrying placards with inscriptions such as "Wike must go, Abuja no be rivers, pay promotion arrears." The protest initially began at the National Industrial Court, where the protesters were seen cheering the arrival of Femi Falana, SAN, at the court. However, it took a heated turn when the protesters made their way to the FCTA secretariat, and one of them claimed to have sighted the minister allegedly attempting to leave. So here is what transpired.
The landlord of the FCT that is using backdoor to run. We have identified the landlord that is using backdoor to run. We have seen him with our eyes. He's not a genuine landlord that is using backdoor to run. We are FCT. We just are.
All right, well, this morning we were able to reach out to the minister's team. We spoke to Mr. Nere Olayinka, who confirmed that, yes, that was Minister Nyesom Wike in that car. Because if you look at the videos, it's not easy to really identify who the car belonged to. However, he said that the minister was not running away from anything, but that the entrance of the secretariat had been barricaded by the protesters. And instead of issuing an instruction to the security to clear those protesters, he instead chose to use a different exit from the Ministry of Agriculture so that he could make his way to the airport where he was supposed to see the president off, just to balance the story. Meanwhile, in River State, loyalists of the FCT minister have won the APC primaries for Ahoda East Constituency 2 and Kana Constituency 2 by-elections. Senator Magnus Abe spoke after the victory, declaring that the FCT minister Nisa Wike is the leader of the Renewed Hope family in River State.
The minister of the FCT is the leader of the Renewed Hope family. There is no confusion and there is no dispute about the different roles that people are playing. So that's what I want to say to River people. Everybody go and revalidate your membership. We're all working together. We're all supporting President Tinubu. And River State will deliver the highest percentage of votes for the Renewed Hope family in this country. That's our commitment.
Well, there we have it. Developments yesterday in the FCT and in River State as well. Ayo, let me begin with you this morning, where we saw those scenes. And this is the second time we're seeing something of this nature, but with a different minister. If you remember, the Minister of Finance, yes. Minister of State for Finance was reported to have also been barricaded by protesters. Well. Yes. So we're seeing a lot of protesting action targeted towards ministers.
Okay, so it's the era of discontent, especially with regards to the FCT minister, not just in the FCT, but even in River State, in certain quarters. So it's not very good times for him, at least in that regard, in regards to his popularity among certain groups of people. He's broken it down, he instituted legal action again. So there's been a disagreement, as they were putting mildly, between he and the workers in the FCT. Some people have accused him of being high-handed. Some people have said that, there are certain issues around contracts that are high-handed, and so they have come out as a people to protest. Even though he says he wasn't running away, the truth is that I don't agree that there should be any sort of violence to his person. People can protest peacefully as they have a right to. However, then you can then begin to look at the way and manner in which you lead. If you lead people who do not or who resist your leadership, then it questions legitimacy around your position or the fact that people don't even want you in a position at all. Yes, we talked about how civil servants can frustrate the efforts of well-meaning ministers. As I cited in the case of Minister David Umahi, who had set a resumption time which people didn't like and they protested against him. But there are also cases where they have legitimate concerns around the way in which their work life is being handled or mishandled, in this case as been accused by Minister Wike. And so the most important things at the end of the day, we often talk about dialogue, peaceful resolution, being able to come together with the people to ensure that whilst you're trying to enforce certain due process, you must also ensure that the people that you're leading feel like they have a leader who leads with heart and with a sense of humanity. That's the only thing, that's one thing I'll say about that. Then with regards to what's happening in River State, there's a conflict in the statements made by the camp of the APC. On one hand, they assert the fact that they are firmly behind Governor Fubara, and in many cases that the governor is the leader of the party in that state. And then we also have in other instances where people, individuals come out to say that, okay, his governor is, Nyesom Wike, who is the leader of Renewed Hope. I believe that this is now time for the APC to, like would be said on the street, with their full chest, come out and put this matter to rest, so that Governor Fubara does not feel like an outsider, having decamped from the PDP to the APC, and possibly on the platform of assurances and reassurances to him with regards to his position in the APC. It has been made clear by the APC that his leader, that has to be sorted out so that we do not see political head butts in River State. And before you go ahead, I just want to add something.
Your commentary on the Wike matter has to be clarified.
Okay.
And it is as follows. What are the facts of the matter? The FCT and the FCT, they are the two bodies responsible for the management of the Federal Capital Territory. The workers, now under the umbrella of a Joint Union Action Committee, also JUAC, are accusing the minister of not paying attention to their welfare and not paying attention to his duties in Abuja, and that most often than not, he has been absent on duty. Those were that's the basic thing for this. On January 7th, they served the notice of strike action that if the minister does not concentrate on his main assignment, they will go on strike. It was for 7 days on January 7th. Again, on January 16th, they served another notice that they want a minister that should sit down and do his work. Now, before then, the House of Representatives had also met and said Abuja had become a very smelly federal capital territory. Garbage dumps everywhere. And that both the FCTA and the FCDA should concentrate on what their job is. Now, again, that was ignored. And it was on the basis of that that the Joint Union Action Committee of the FCTA and the FCDA decided to go on strike and protest. So the video that I saw, whether the minister was going to the airport to go and see of the president, they were going to play it properly. The team was saying, see Wike running away, only, catch him. That's what the played the right video.
No, she didn't.
Okay, maybe it was technical problem. So that's what they are saying. So the whole issue is about responsibility, it's about leadership, it's about concentration. And you have a situation where these federal workers are saying that Abuja non-believers. They are saying they want their minister to sit down and do the work. And then some of them in their placards even went ahead to say that the minister should be removed because he's distracted. Those are the issues, not all these general.
It can also be argued. It can also be argued that there are also machineries behind this protest. Because at the end of the day, if you had to do directly with their ability to discharge their duties, then it's equals merit. But if it's not in terms of high-handedness of the way that I'm saying in support, as you can say that. No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that in speaking for both sides of the party, you have to also say that when it comes to things like this.
What I've just stated are the facts of the case.
So, Rufai, I know you want to please just very briefly so we can move on. I also want you to chime into this issue of 001 because some people are also saying that is Abba Yusuf going to be 001 in Kano above Ganduje? Is that possible? So, Magnus Abe is saying, okay, it's 001. No, I know, I'm just saying the issue of 001. That in Rivers, Magnus Abe is saying, Wike is 001.
So, a couple of things. Yeah, Dr. Martin, you see, the thing is, two truths can exist. What you said is true, but what I also said is true. So I'm not saying what I know there's no vagueness about it. What you said is true. Yes, abdication of duty. I mean, we all saw it now when it was going across rivers and everywhere campaigning while workers were, complaining in Abuja and everything. We all saw the videos and shared the videos, how things are bad and everywhere is smelling and all of that. But what Ayo also said is true. And me, that you might tag me not a fan of Wike, I commend Wike for what he did, the way he ran away today. You see, Dr. Abati, Wike could have used muscle and might. And while people created barricades there, they shoot tear gas and everything, and it becomes a brouhaha. And when it becomes a brouhaha, it's not what we are saying. We're saying it has happened many times in this country. But if he decided, like Larry confirmed, that he will go through the back and just peacefully move away, I commend him for that. Yes, that's also truth, and it can also exist because this case could have been worse than that. All right. Yes, and as regards the people that are shouting thief and everything, I mean, it's protest talk, but I don't think it's necessary. As regards the 001 issue, you see, it has now become political when people say 001. When you ask who said which is 001 in this guy's Magnus Abe, a Wike loyalist. Yes. So it's not an independent arbiter, like a party structure. No. If he was the chairman of the party or anybody in the APC, it's and Magnus Abe can, if he says that, the question is Wike a member of the APC? He's not a member of the APC. But on this one, Wike has scored a large point by ensuring that the lawyer is getting it. As regards the Ganduje and what's the fight, that's a fight for another day. Let's not, let's not link it into that fight.
Okay, fine. Let's not link it into that fight.
Minister of the Federal Republic will call security agents to come and tear-gas his staff. Whether he will be able to go to that same office the following day.
All right, there's a lot of debates that can be had now, but we have to move the conversation now to Anambra State. All right, so we're moving on now from the FCT. We focus now on Anambra State, where Governor Professor Chukwuma Soludo has ordered the closure of the Onitsha main market for 1 week following traders' failure to comply with the state government's directive to disregard the Monday sit-at-home order. The governor gave the directive on Monday during an on-site visit to the market, along with some of his aides and other government officials. Soludo warned that the closure could be extended if traders fail to comply with the directive, adding that security agencies have sealed the market to enforce the order.
This whole main market and all the adjoining these things will be locked down for the whole of this week. There will be no market anywhere here. Are you hearing me? Each Monday will come and they spread. If people are not in their respective shops, it will be shut down again. I know that people have done this sit at home on Mondays for quite some time now. And as I say, an abomination that lasts a year becomes culture. No. This can no longer go on in Anambra. You either decide that you want to trade here or you can go elsewhere. This main market, if you don't want it open, I'll come and take bulldozer and level it. Are you hearing me? And I'm very, very serious about it. I'm not joking. Going forward, any Monday, any shop that is not open will be locked for 1 week.
Idiot.
All right, well, of course, there was a lot of reaction. Let's go to X, where Olauda tweeted and said, "On this one, Your Excellency, I stand with you. You cannot continue to hurt yourself in order to get back at your presumed enemies. That is the height of tomfoolery." Omenta also posted and said, "You're now sounding autocratic after winning second tenure. Some are willing to come Monday, but did you address the issue of their security? That soldiers you will use to enforce 1 week lockdown, use it for market security every Monday. Address their concern, not bullying them." And then lastly, the Litmus also posted on X and said, "Look at the markets in your state looking so awful. You're ordering closure for a week due to insecurity, but it needs to be closed to be worked on. Very disgraceful." A big mix of opinions. Rufai, I'll come to you on this. From implementation, is this the way to solve the problem? And even to some people saying that maybe we should be focusing on rehabilitating the markets and making them look more modern.
No, sir, I think the bone of contention is this, so is the sit-at-home order. Governor Soludo, with due respect, you did something very wrong, and you are not realistic as a human being. Governor Soludo, these marketers, you think they don't love to trade on Mondays? You think they like to run away from their business?
Thank you. Ask him.
I have many people that have industries in Anambra. In fact, one of the oldest industries in this country, Kate Industries. And I was talking to somebody from there recently, and they were telling me how they've now shifted their structure of production in such a way that they don't produce on Monday. You think these people like to go away from the market? But they've been killed while they went to the market and they tried to ignore the sit-at-home. Where is the protection for their lives? Come on, so why are you talking like you don't live in Nigeria? In this same country where 177 people were kidnapped, and the local government chairman was even begging them not to talk. You are telling people to go there and go to the market and be there because you said so. Which security are you providing for them? And you know the way these people behave. They just come up randomly and start to shoot sporadically. So except you, Governor Soludo, you are going to stay in the market with them for the duration of trade. Then you can tell them if they don't observe sit-at-home, you shut down their markets. If you are not going to stay there with them, leave them alone. You think they don't want to sell on Mondays, but you can't provide security for them. Because when it happens now, it's condolences you'll be writing. You tell your commissioner to write condolences. I condole with the people. In the Anambra, we'll fight insecurity. People would have been killed by that time. What are we telling ourselves? And please, you should reverse that order quickly.
Okay.
That
Lawmaker, who is the Commissioner of Information in Anambra State, issued a statement yesterday in which he said Anambra State every Monday loses about 8 billion, and that the entire Southeast region loses about 19.6
You are an
billion.
idiot.
Because
You are an
this,
idiot. The ones you made before, what do they do with it?
Traders respect.
Nonsense.
My only concern is that if you now shut down the market, the Onisha main market, from Monday till next week, Monday, February 2, then of course, if you calculate that 8 billion per day, that would be the major loss. And the only ground in this regard is that the governor says they have refused to listen to the directive that markets should be opened on Mondays. Now, which takes us to the substantial point, which means that these traders, they are forced to sit at home because of threats. It's not as if they themselves want to sit at home. Therefore, the responsibility for
You people are a bunch of idiots. They are sitting at home because they are demanding the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is the primary reason of sitting at home. There is no other reason. All this nonsense you come to your platform to talk is absolutely rubbish. And this is what they do. They come to their national TV, they spill lies, they spill propaganda, and they go. The major reason why they are sitting at home is because of the detention of the unconditional, the illegal detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is why. You did not address it. Instead, Soludo came out and said, don't release him. If you release him, insecurity will not stop. Soludo himself said, don't release him. He doesn't care about the masses. Instead of addressing their concern, you are forcing them to come out. And look at these idiots sitting down here and they're talking rubbish. Why don't you talk about the root cause of the problem? The root cause of why did this sit at home start at the first place? What are they demanding for? We are talking about forcing them. The only thing they always do in their station is to create the impression that people are being forced, to create the impression of fear, to demonize the sit at home. That is the only assignment the media has. Each time they talk about it, they want to demonize the sit at home. They want to make it look evil. They want to make it look bad. It is a protest. The sit at home is a protest for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's a protest. Why don't you address that concern? And none of you is talking about it. None of you is talking about that concern. Idiots.
Government is to make the environment safe enough for commerce, for entrepreneurship, so that people can move freely.
The environment is safe. There is nothing unsafe in Anambra. There is nothing unsafe in their business, going to their business whenever they want to go, anytime, any day, any hour. There is nothing that's unsafe. The only problem is this is a legitimate concern demanding for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Stop preaching this issue of safety, demonizing something that the people have agreed within themselves to do. How long will you continue to spill this lie that doesn't fly? The lie that you have told now for almost how many years, and it doesn't fly. You are still telling the same lie. The only thing they do in their studio is that when they come out, they demonize the sit at home. That is the only thing they are doing here. Can't people that have common sense ask, what are these people protesting for? Sit at home is a protest. Number one, it is a protest. If Mazi Simon was to be outside and they would say, oh, Mazi Simon ever. If Mazi Simon was to be around, his name will be ringing like a bell everywhere. They will use him as a topic here. But you see what they are now discussing. Mazi Simon has been away now for more than 2 years. But this was the main reason they attacked Mazi Simon and made sure that he was detained in Finland. It is because of this sit at home. Sit at home was the thing that was attached to Simon every time Simon, whatever happened, including the havoc they caused, everything they did, the false flag they conduct. In that false flag, they will target to Mazi Simon. And today, you are not addressing the reason why people are protesting, the purpose for which that sit at home is called. You want to paint it. More especially this idiot, this ape face, This eight-face more especially, an agent of Satan that is meant to only preach against the cause of Biafra. No matter how genuine your cause is, we will always twist it and make it look bad. Criminalize it, demonize it, make it look violence. That's the assignment they have. Mad people everywhere.
Mondays and go to business. The third point is that these traders, either in Indonesia, main market, or in Colombia, they are not civil servants. They are private businessmen. So they can choose on their own to determine when they open their shops or do not open their shops. So the governor giving directives to entrepreneurs, to traders, we seem to look a bit untidy because they are not civil servants.
Absolutely. And let's move to our next story. I know you have some words to say, but let's bring in your comments after the following story. So let's turn to the highly sensitive and, of course, controversial selection process for the next Awujale of Ijebuland, one of the most revered traditional stools in Yoruba land. Last week, the Ogun State government suspended the process following allegations of corruption, bribery, and a lack of transparency. Amid these developments, we know that Arise News spoke exclusively to one of the contenders, that's Prince Adebayo Kamal, who's the billionaire founder and CEO of Paperland Industries. And in the interview, Prince Abdul made detailed allegations of millions of naira paid, luxury vehicles donated, and the influence traded in the race for the coveted stool. He says that he is speaking out as a whistleblower in the interest of transparency and tradition, calling for the Ogun State government to investigate. Now, since these revelations, a video has emerged of Ghana Must Go bags being delivered to the Afro budgets alongside what appears to be a list of the shortlisted candidates. Here's the video.
Nigeria. Very criminal country. Just imagine. Corruption, even in traditional leadership, corruption, everywhere corruption.
Well, of course, it's difficult for us to ascertain the contents of the bags or what was written
It is money.
on the pieces of paper, but this adds more fuel to the stories emerging from this very, very hotly contested stool.
You know, it's like on the three on the table.
I don't. You're the neutral party.
Neutral party. We talked about this earlier. To my left, I had Jebuma. To my right, I had the Mama. But I had a lot of things. But let me just quickly speak on this. From a neutral perspective, and just as a Nigerian. Like you mentioned, if you look at that video, there are a number of things that are questionable. The reason why is because when you see Ghana Must Go back traditionally in Nigeria, what comes to mind? It's the branding of the bag. You see Ghana Must Go carries what? Money. However, there's no proof empirically that it's money that was inside the Ghana Must Go bag. It could very well be clothes for charity. It could very well be papers for, listing the family members in Fushegoa. Anything could have been in the Ghana Go back. So it will be remiss of me to now just conclude that because Ghana Must Go is synonymous with money in Nigeria, it is definitely money there. However, the accusations or allegations made by Prince Abdul, I want to act shocked, like, oh my goodness, why are we tainting such a process that ought to be, reverential in its state? But the truth is that this is a reflection of our society. How many positions have been gotten through payments or bribes or through inducements? In Nigeria, a lot of times it's man no man, and it's quite unfortunate that it has now trickled to traditional institutions that ought to be, seen as, revered, it's sacred. In fact, in what they would say is the gods that choose. You consult, the gods to find out who would be. But we now see that there's a monetization and a politicization of the revered stool of the Awujale. Now, what we are asking for is that the governor, as he already submitted last week, institute a full investigation. And one of the contenders has come out very boldly to say that, and to say that he's coming out as a whistleblower, that these and these are things that are happening. Some people have said it happens everywhere, but the fact that it happens everywhere should not justify that it's happening in this instance. And just for the preservation of culture and the younger people who are watching, who are looking ahead, there ought to be an investigation, and perhaps the process should be as I don't know how they're going to redeem what has already been tainted so far, but let's see an investigation and let's see what happens afterwards.
This is from the Jabuma before I intervene. So,
it's very quickly because we have a lot of stories.
I just want to say that while talking about the issue of Ijebode and Remo, I mean, I got a couple of messages on people took umbrage and all of that as regards what I was talking about Ijebode dominance. But there's a 1939-37 Martindale Commission of Inquiry that talked about the fact that yes, even if in the pre-colonial era, Ijebode had a lot of dominance, but that changed in 1870 and it was just like a titular thing. People can read more about that for the context of what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is this, please, with due respect, I don't think the state government should even be the one to investigate. I think there are too many interested parties in this case of Awujale. And that's why I was calling on the EFCC the other time. I don't think the state government, DSS, I don't think the state government should be the one to investigate. I think the EFCC should be brought in because you want a level of clarity as regards this corruption allegation. That interview has tainted the process. It's already a shame and disgrace. Don't mind Dr. Bati, he's talking tongue in cheek. He's an Ekpa man. I know what he's doing.
That's why I went to Ayo, because I knew Ayo is neutral.
Predict what I was saying.
I know. We really need to move on, yes.
He said I shouldn't bring what he said. He's done it to me this morning. He said, you Ijebu people. He said, okay, there are two occasions. You Ijebu. So
we've already spoken about this. Yes.
Please don't allow Dr. Abati to talk about this.
Dr. Abati can add this to future comments in the next story.
What I was calling for is a peaceful selection process.
That's it.
And respect for that request.
That is it.
But there's something else I wanted to talk about. I think we should cease and desist from using this expression, Ghana must go. The English word for it is jute bag.
Yes, you're right.
I don't think Ghanaians will feel very comfortable that Nigerians have defined a jute bag as Ghana must go.
Correct.
We don't want Ghana to go. Ghana is a very friendly country.
Yes, that era is.
And we have very good bilateral relations
you're
with
very
the
right.
Ghanaians.
Yes.
So please, we use the word jute bag.
Very well said. Thank you very much. But can I get a jute? I wonder if they'll know what I'm referring to in the markets when I ask for a jute bag. But let's go on to our next story, where the Minister of Works, David Umahi, has said that his political influence and status have grown far beyond what they were when he served as governor of Ebonyi State. Umahi made the statement while speaking at a community gathering in Ebonyi State as he was flanked by his son, 27-year-old Osborne Umahi, who is a candidate for the APC chairmanship seat for Ohazora local government area of the state. And of course, we know that his son recently secured the nomination form for 30 million naira. The video of Umahi speaking has gone viral on X.
My capacity is like the times when I was I'm very, very jealous now.
Nonsense.
Whatever is their needs, they will have it.
All right, well, this, of course,
course, elicited a flurry of reactions. Let's go to X, where Stephen said, what the Minister of Works, David Umahi, said is highly inappropriate and concerning. Public officials are expected to serve with humility, integrity, and a sense of responsibility, not to boast about wealth in public or power. Claiming to be very dangerous and emphasizing personal and family wealth as a measure of capability sends a threatening and arrogant message to publicly and is unacceptable, which is entirely unacceptable in a public servant. Leaders should inspire trust and service to people, not intimidation or vanity. This statement deserves strong condemnation. Quickly to Triple Tweet, who said, this is the kind of talk that excites voters here. Loud confidence, raw power, and displays of personal wealth are often mistaken for competence. In our politics, bravado wins applause, while sober conversations about policy, accountability, and systems are dismissed as lumber.
Lumber means lie.
Yes.
Lumber is actually supposed to be the 11th letter of the Greek alphabet,
yes.
But I think it's become a byword for lie.
I think that the Minister works, they have been taken out of context, because I listened to what he said, and taken out of context to the extent that he said he was speaking in jest. It was a mirthful, playful contest. He said that
evil man, you will always support evil.
He is dangerous.
You will always support evil. You are jesting.
The one that exists.
You are jesting. A minister is jesting, speaking to his people.
So dangerous probably belongs to another type of dictionary. And then when he said he's 10 times bigger, he meant in terms of capacity and in influence. He didn't talk about cash. I didn't hear him say he's richer now and he can do anything that is possible. And then he referred to Umahi family, that is his political family. And you could see that he was in a campaign with the people around him who will probably be his political associates.
Including his son.
Well, I don't know whether that was his son.
That was his son there. His name is Osborne.
Okay. So, whether it is his son or not, but this is,
you support evil. That is why you don't pay attention to critical things.
They call them use. They said action.
You support evil.
I think in terms of the spirit and all of that, let us not overstretch it.
Evil man.
If you were to respond or any of this,
he's your brother, right-hand man, Umahina. You are APC man. You want to paint him
out
good.
of context. So
it is not out of context, idiot.
But the difference between dangerous and dangerous.
I want to
just 20 seconds for
I thought, Dr. Abati, in the spirit of saying it, I thought you were going to ask, how did a 27-year-old get 30 million to buy
exactly
chairmanship from? Those were the questions I thought.
He didn't ask.
27-year-old. Didn't you read it in the story? Yes. I thought, well, maybe you forgot that.
No, he won't talk about that.
How did he get 30 million?
That one is out of context.
Secondly, I thought you know. Different. 100
million. No, people buy phones for people.
Why is your guy?
This is Nigeria.
Why is your guy, Dr. Abati?
Imagine.
Why is your guy?
No, you don't have any evidence to that effect. Have you ever seen me with
No.
Imagine. Evil man. Tell him to his face.
You came for Aisha, you said she has the right to say that.
I didn't say she doesn't have the right. She has a microphone that has been donated to her. So you can say
on to our good news report now, where on January 21st, 2026, for the first time, 24 Nigerian universities appeared in the Times Higher Education World University Rankings by subject, making Nigeria the most represented country in sub-Saharan Africa in the 2026 edition. Four Nigerian universities have appeared in the Times Higher Education World University Rankings by subject, making Nigeria the most represented country in sub-Saharan Africa in the 2026 edition. The Times Higher Education subject rankings are among the most demanding global assessments of university performance. To qualify for consideration, universities must meet strict thresholds in research output and staffing. So institutions are judged on sustained academic productivity, research influence, and global engagement. Featured on the list for law are the University of Ibadan and the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. In medical and health sciences, the University of Ibadan maintained its position in the 301 to 400 band, reinforcing its status as one of Africa's most respected medical research institutions. The University of Lagos, Ahmadu Bello University, Bayero University, Kano, University of Benin, University of Jos, and UNN were also notably listed. Landmark University led in computer science, followed by Covenant University and the University of Ilorin. In physical sciences, Federal University of Technology, MINA, Landmark University, and University of Ilorin all placed highly, whilst Covenant University and the University of Ibadan ranked well in social science. I mean, I think we have to applaud our institutions. They're doing well and continue to try to raise the standard of tertiary education, a good mix of public and private institutions on that list as well.
Just mention Landmark and Covenant University are owned by the same Bishop Oyedepo, the same church. So just to see that there's something they're doing right. Then that list is not complete. I this University of Calabar. That's how I
On that note, thank you so much. What's trending today? Thank you so much. Dr. Abati, don't mind them. Don't mind them. Let's close the show.
This is how they make jest of everything after lying, and they will never ever speak the truth. Bunch of liars. They never take any issue serious. They make jest of serious issues and they play with it. You just see what they did. You just see how they were making fun of every single statement, every single procedure, and that is Nigeria for you. When we say Nigeria will never survive, that is it. As for Seibo and what he's doing in Anambra State, his crime is unforgivable. We will not forgive him. We will not forgive Seibo, no matter what he does. We will not forgive him. Seibo is a criminal, a born criminal, and we will not forgive him. No matter what he does. He has opened a can of worms that will swallow him. You cannot address the need of the people, but you are very quick to come out and talk nonsense about the people. But addressing the need of the people, you cannot address it. Why won't you address the need of the people? If you want to stop the sit at home, talk about the reason why they are still at home. Why is it that nobody wants to talk about the reason? Nobody wants to talk about the reason why people are sitting at home. There is something that made people that decide to sit at home. There is something that made people to decide to sit at home. Why is it that nobody is paying attention? Why is it that nobody is asking? Why are they sitting at home? Why did they sit at home start in the first place? But instead, they will focus on other nonsense, rubbish, talking different kinds of lies to demonize what we are doing. Wherever you are as a Biafran, I urge you in the name of Chukwuka Biama to be strong. Be very strong. The battle has just begun. More things are going to happen in the days to come. More things are going to happen. So wherever you are, don't be silent. The battle is not yet over. More things are going to be happening. If you think that it's all over, it is not yet over. The battle has just begun. And I bet you, you must be very, 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 very careful with what you say, with what you hear. You must be very careful. Because if you're not careful, you are going to fall victim. You are going to get into the trouble that you can't be able to get out of. If you're not careful, you'll be made a scapegoat. That is what they are doing today. The Nigerian government is looking for a scapegoat. That's what they're looking for. They are looking for a scapegoat. Don't allow yourself to be the scapegoat. Do not allow yourself to be a scapegoat. They are looking for a scapegoat. If you lose your guard, if you do not pay attention, if you are not careful, you will be made an scapegoat. And before you know it, it is too late already. It will be too late. So every one of us must be very careful. Don't allow anybody to deceive you. Don't allow anybody to distract you. And those who are in Biafra land facing this new challenge that has just come, please, you must be very strong and you must be strategic and very careful at all times. Be very careful what you do. Be very careful where you go. Be very careful the way you operate. As for the battle, we are going to win the battle. But at the same time, you must be very careful and strategic. Because the enemy will never stop. They will continue to fight. They will continue to do everything humanly possible to see that they cover the truth. But you and I are the people that are going to make the change. The international community is watching. They are observing. It is a very interesting time. As they are observing and they are watching, we must continue to do what we have to do. Keep that pressure on. Keep that pressure. Don't get tired. I know sometimes it could be very tiring. Sometimes it could be very disappointing after many effort, after many struggle, and you see as if we are still marking time. I tell you, every single thing we are doing today is being noted. And the lockdown that is happening in Biafra land today, it is not split. Soludo has just opened a kind of, and I urge every trader in Anambra State to continue in this lockdown move. They should continue in this total lockdown. Total lockdown. This is the traffic jam you have to in Anambra State. A complete traffic. The traffic is jammed. The traders lock head bridge. You cannot move in head bridge. That is the right thing. They should block the head bridge completely. Block it completely. They should cease movement. To every road should be blocked in Anambra State. Since children want to see a shutdown, shut down the entire state. Shut down the entire state. Let me see how he's going to move around. Let me see where his army will pass to shoot people. Let's see. This is not time. When you leave these people, they continue to commit this atrocity every day and they get away with it. It has gotten to a time that people are not supposed to be silent. People have to react. People have to act. And the time is now. All this fear and cowardice, it is too much. Every time you're afraid of death. Nobody dies twice. You die only once. And cowards die 1,000 times before they are dead. So the best thing that can happen today is that everybody should join this very protest. Wherever you are. Wherever you are, join the mass protest. That is the only solution. There is nothing anybody can do. Everybody should come out and join the protest. Seal up the entire road. What you are watching here is the blocked head bridge. The blocked head bridge. Nobody's going there. head bridge is completely blocked. Look at it. The head bridge is completely blocked. That is the head bridge you are looking at. Look at it. Look at it. Completely blocked. And that is how it's supposed to be. Seal it up. Seal the entire road. And let's see how he's going to run the state. A man who Buhari, the hater of the Biafra people. Buhari put him in power. What do you expect? Anambra people did not vote for him. Anambra never voted for Soludo. They didn't vote for him. Now look at what he brought to them. Suffering. Suffering, that is what he brought. These Anambra have been peaceful. This December, they were going about their businesses. Everybody was doing what he has to do. Very peaceful. Look at how Seibo have just destroyed Anambra. They don't want peace. When there is security, they are not happy. When the area is secure, they are not happy. They are never happy. Whenever it seems there's security, they are not happy. They only prefer the insecurity. When there is gross insecurity, that is when they are happy. When people seem as if they are going back to their businesses, they will begin the attack. How will you continue to allow such evil? For how long? How long will you continue to allow such evil to happen? My fellow Biafrans, every one of us, we must continue to give support to our people. Give support to everyone that is in this journey. If you have a friend back home, you have family back home, reach out to them and give them support. This is a battle that must be won. A battle that must be won. No matter what they do, no matter what they say, this battle must be won. Don't get discouraged. We know it is going to take time. It takes sacrifice to make things happen. It takes sacrifice to change things. Anambra State is supposed to be on lockdown continuously. We should start a very massive protest. Mad people everywhere. Protesters gave Commander Charles Soludo a comprehensive guide to end Monday sit at home. Exactly. If you want to end it, go and bring that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Go and bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out. Instead of releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you came out and told us, the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot stop insecurity. So because of that, they should hold him. What you are telling us is that they should continue to hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because his release cannot bring security. And who told you that? Okay, has his detention brought security? The detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has it brought security? That thing you are looking for, you are going to see it. As in your barankwao, Bolongolong, Ipagonkwao, and they are ready to entertain the Ngole that will come. He that beats the drum of the spirit should embrace himself when the dancers come. Soludo have beaten the drum of the spirit and the dancers are out. I hope he is man enough to join the spirit dance. I hope Soludo is man enough to join the spirit dance because he has beaten the war drum. Surugede, Ebundumwa, That is what Soludo have beaten. And he should be prepared to dance it. He should be prepared to dance the Surugere. It is not just to come and make noise. Massive protest. People are not relenting. The people are not relenting. They are not moving an inch. They are ready to fight. You can hear them chanting. This is not just another thing somebody is doing. Nobody pushed them to it. They think it can move things like it goes long way by the way. Look at the studio where they were talking to. None of them is even talking about the root cause of this protest. The root cause. Freedom has been freedom has been who wants to freedom? A simple request. It's a you know that tell it to whom you should. You went and keep him in Sokoto and you come back and you are telling the people to stop. You're just creating something that you can do. You are creating something you cannot do control. You are creating something you cannot control. Idiot. You think your voice, your flesh, you can make people change. That is the people. Our people are not relenting. People are coming out from all it is so sad. It is so sad that we have senseless people, very senseless people who claim to be what they are. Senseless people. They claim to be what they are not. That are not even chosen by the people. The people did not choose you. They don't want you. And how else do you want them to say it before you understand? How do you want them to see it These are videos that are coming from different angles, from different places, different corners. People are protesting right, left, and center. The flag of Biafra is going up. You just provoked a revolution that you can't control. Mass revolution. Biafran flag flying up. You think it's a joke? If you think it's a joke, think again. Because you just provoked the anger of the people. And the gods will never ever be silent when the people call on him. So my fellow Biafrans, let us continue to pray for our brothers and sisters in Onitsha. Pray for our brothers and sisters in the main markets for their security, for their safety. Continue to pray for them. Any support you can give to them, please extend your support to them. Very, very important. We must not forget them. We must continue to appreciate them. We must continue to send them condolences. May Chukwu continue to guide and protect every single one of them. Thank you so much for being part of this program. We are going to stop it here and we will come back tomorrow morning on so many other updates. May Chukwu guide and protect all of us. May Chukwu guide and protect our leaders. May Chukwu guide and protect those who are protesting now in Biafra land. Thank you so much for being part of the program. I will see you tomorrow. Good night, everybody. Stay safe.
This is from Biafra's Got Talent. We are letting Biafrans know the reason why we should remember those who gave their lives for us, those who died, that we may live.
You died to end my suffering. You died fighting for my freedom. Your blood is the seed of redemption. You are my inspiration.
The deed no wrong, but them military shots at them. 67 to 70, we remember them. 2016, 38 May, memory still lives in our mind till today. Wonder why they refuse to publicize the genocide. The world media turn blind eyes to our plight. It's time to arise, land of the rising sun. Let's rise one more time, let's rise.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Ipoja massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Tell them I started there. Remember when me tell you say I started there. Yeah, I remember that one that called us a Bruce Mero. But the way you go like a Papa Nuku. But them they were Boniro. Me tell you what I look pandi, what pandi Samiro. Me tell you what I day. For me the front and the rest of man I tell you what I do. Me know that I'm up to tell them
heroes, I want to promise you something today. We must fight together, no retreat and no surrender. We must hold them down till the end of time. The most important thing is that we will restore Biafra. May your soul rest in peace.
And I look up to the sky with tears in my eyes for other Biafrans and for freedom and to die. We will never forget you as the days go by. You are always in my heart, we'll never be apart. They fought for our freedom, they died for our freedom. They fought the Nigerian soldiers in the war front without food, without guns, for our freedom, for our life, for our own good, for our children. We love them, our heroes, we want them.
My heart bleeds when I saw them slain. Where will I be now if not then? They will remain indelible in my heart forever, 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 and ever, and ever, and ever.
We serve in your plantation, and the way you paid us back with your bloody starvation. We bled in our history that the death of my people is the mystery. free, no going back to get to a victory. I had a voice now call for vengeance. I never get bummed, I'ma blow like a vengeance.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Ipocha massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Where will I be now? If not you, you died at Mali.
They were starved to death because of our freedom, and they paid the debt for our freedom. Flag high for those that died in the genocide, fighting for you and I. There is pain in the heart, we bleeding inside, tears in the eyes, so I'm falling here.
This is for my fallen heroes. Give them a motivation, people. It's like I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Cause to be a cast, I need to be a nurse. If we did not retire,
They paid the ultimate price. They died for me, for the freedom of my unborn child. We live for the legacy. Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Onitsha massacre, Ipocha massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright. Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Onitsha massacre, Ipocha massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Yeah, put the flag in the air. Never be afraid. March on, cause we are more than conquerors. Yeah, you know what it is.